Welcome, audio fans. It's time for another episode of the podcast, presented by J&J Production Studios, your home for entertainment with your favorite shows available every week. And now, it's time to begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another exciting episode. Actually, an old classic favorite we haven't done for a while. Tonight, we are doing an episode of the What's Up Bro review show. We've got some fun stuff. We've been wanting to do another episode of this for a while. Tonight is the perfect night to do it. I'm Sam Crow, of course, here with you guys. And the reason we're doing it tonight is Big Hoss is not joining us. He is not feeling well. Unfortunately, had a unfortunate incident with some food today and is just not feeling well enough to join us. He sends his well wishes. So we are going to table our talk. We were going to continue our discussions from last night. If you missed that, go back, check out that episode, catch up with that. We will review that at a later time. We'll go back to that conversation probably next weekend when we come back live again. But I figure it's a perfect opportunity to do an episode of the review show. We got some great stuff we can talk about. Some new shows coming out, and also I want to give some reviews on some classics. In case you guys are not sure what to watch, or if you've been surfing around your streaming service, whether that's Peacock, or Hulu, or Max, or Netflix, or Disney Plus, whatever, I want to give you guys some ideas to some shows or movies to consider that we, myself, Miss Eliza have watched, a lot of us have, we really liked, and we'll give you some insights there. Try not to give you any spoilers, but just to give some recommendation and maybe some insights as to why you want to watch it. All that great stuff and more we're going to talk about tonight, which is perfect because it's Saturday night. It's a movie night. I don't know about you guys, but we've always had movie night growing up. I mean, Friday nights too, but I don't know. There's just something about a Saturday. Saturday night is just, it just gets that movie feel. You just have to kind of watch a movie, and there is so many to choose from. You guys know there's from A to Z, the categories are huge. The list is just phenomenal. And I've often thought to myself, how does one person, even if you were retired, didn't work, or that kind of thing, how does one get through everything? There's just not enough time to watch it in a lifetime. Now, I suppose that's a good thing. Maybe. Not sure entirely. But I just feel like it never ends, right? There's just so much stuff going on there. So we do our best, though. We have our favorite shows, and I know, like myself and Miss Eliza, too, we watch a lot of the same shows. We like a lot of some similar movies. We have our own personal likes, too, as well. Let's get our fire going. There we go. But we have some things similar that we do enjoy. It's just something about a Saturday night. Friday or Saturday night is pizza and movie night, or Chinese food. I think we started doing that not too long ago, too. That's kind of a secondary tradition. So that's kind of why we are going to... It just figures perfect to talk about tonight. And again, got some good ones. We're going to do some more. We haven't done an episode for a while. Again, we're trying to get more content out. Schedules just being what they are. It's just been crazy. So we're going to try to actively do that and get more episodes out there for you guys. So it's been long overdue. And of course, we have the other podcasts like the Law and Justice Show, which I'm working on getting some new episodes out. We have had episodes of the Sports Show. And of course, Colorado Music with Big Hoss and myself, chilling with me. And the Game Corner, and I think we did one recently too. So we're going to try to get them all out. We're going to have another episode of ASMR Nighttime Sleep. We're due for that one too. But it's time to get back here for a review show, so we're going to jump into it. Before we do, though, we do want to give a couple quick announcements, just in case you were not with us and did not hear the episode last night. Just some short things. I'm going to dispense with the normal ones, because we'll talk about that again later on. I think really the only thing to note, and I think we want to say this now because it's going to be imperative that you guys keep this in mind. So we have a tentative plan to be back on Vigilantes Radio with our good friend Deanie. You guys might have seen lately I've been on the show, the other podcast that he has. You can actually watch. It's on YouTube. We have a couple episodes there. I'm trying to get, I think another one I did recently. I'm trying to get that up there. But we're going to be back on the audio version of that on Vigilantes Radio. The plan is, at this point, is this coming Wednesday. That's Wednesday, February 28th. I almost said March. I know we're coming to the end of the month. But that's going to be, I believe, I think there's a couple different times. We haven't nailed that down yet. So we'll give you guys a post update on social media when we actually have that. It's not official as of yet, but we will be appearing on the show. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've been on there several times. You guys have heard it. If you can't listen live that night, we will definitely recycle the episodes so you'll hear on our channels here. We'll make sure it's available for you guys. But we'll keep you posted because, again, nothing is definitive. We're hoping to have that very soon, but make sure you check it out. Linktree.com/J_J Production Studios. Check out social media where we're at. Follow us anywhere and everywhere you can. We'll be posting updates all across the board to keep you guys in the loop and informed. So that's really the big one we want to hit. Everything else you guys know per normal. We do have a website we're still working to develop. Hopefully by the end of this year we'll be up and running. Got some plans going there for that as well. So that will keep you guys posted with that. And I think that's about it, because I want to just jump in here, because we probably are not going to go, not planning to go our normal whole hour time. We'll see how much we get through where we're at. But I want to dive in here, because we got so much to talk about, so many things I want to share. It's even hard to gather where to begin. Let me just get a message out for anybody who might be listening live to us tonight. There we go. Actually, I think what we're going to do, since it is just me tonight here, let's take a quick pause. We'll take a commercial break. We're going to break these up a little bit, because I want to kind of pull up some information off the the internet, too, just so I can double-check some things. I know some things that are definite, some things that you might have to just double-check. Perfect time, though. This is great. If you want a snack, or get yourself a notebook. As we said in the description of this episode, if you didn't catch that, we're actually going to pause this fire. We'll go to break. Get a notebook. Make sure you take some notes there. Write these down. You can research them on your phone, your tablets, your laptops, if you're at your computer even. Try to mark these down, or if you're in your streaming service, you're in your accounts like Netflix or Hulu or anything like that, look for them on there, check it out, even on Amazon as well. Add them if you want to. You can even just do that, save some time. We'll do all that. Some of these will be there, some of them will not be. We'll kind of go through that. If we know for sure, depending on which one we're talking about, we can give you the exact location of the streaming service there and where it's at. But if you want to do that, it'll save you some time there. So get that ready. Make sure you're prepped. Go sign into everything or have your devices at hand. Take a bathroom break. We'll come right back then. We're going to dive right in, cover as much ground as we can. Cannot wait. Super excited to be back here. Hope you guys are looking forward to it as well. And then we'll see how that goes. But it's going to be a lot of fun. So don't want to miss it. Stay tuned for more. We'll be right back. We're going to jump right in after this short commercial break. Do not go away. Come on back, and we'll get some reviews. It's time to hit the TV and the movie screen and see what's out there. What you should watch? How are you watching it? Can you watch it? And do we like it? That's the main thing. And if we like it, we hope you will like it. All that and more right after this. Stay tuned. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Hey audio fans, are you looking for fun and excitement? Have you been searching for that special show? You know, the one complete package you want in a podcast? Then check out the What's Up Bro podcast show and experience what true entertainment is all about. Stay tuned and don't miss the action. Available on your favorite streaming services, including YouTube. Thank you for all your support. And as always, we'll see you at the show.
We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. Break time is over. We're so glad you stayed tuned. Now back to the action as the show is set to resume.
Alright, welcome back, guys. If you're just tuning in, perfect timing. Welcome. This is the What's Up Bros review show. We're doing something special tonight because it is I, Sam Crow, here with you guys. Big Hoss is out, not feeling well for the evening. We wish him a speedy recovery. Hopefully he'll be back soon. Plan to be back next weekend, and hopefully, or especially, for Wednesday when we are planning to appear on Deanie's show, Vigilantes Radio Live. That is the plan at this point. We'll keep you guys posted. Stay tuned for more. So, let's jump in here. We got a lot of great things we can talk about, but I want to start with some updates here that are fairly new. Actually, we're going to start with one that's recently released here, and also another. So the first two actually are going to be TV shows, and we're going to talk about this one, which I'm trying to figure out how to segue into this. It's kind of hard. We'll just get into it. One show is coming out this weekend we want to talk about. It's been huge. It's been advertised for more than a year. I dare to say I think it's almost 2 years, give or take. We're going to talk about that, but let's jump into the first one because this is fresh news that came out and we were waiting for this. So if you have Paramount Plus, and a lot of people do, and if you're a big fan of the original series like I am, if you haven't seen it yet, check out the Frasier reboot. Kelsey Grammer comes back as the lovable psychiatrist who we saw last in Seattle living with his dad and adventures with his brother and his producer Roz and future sister-in-law Daphne. Kelsey Grammer had, and I have a little article here, this is from Variety magazine article here, Frasier Revival renewed Season 2 at Paramount Plus. That came out strictly from Paramount Plus. We'll read this and we'll go talk about this a little bit. Cheers to Paramount Plus's Frasier Revival, which has just landed a Season 2 order at the streamer. The new Frasier, which stars Kelsey Grammer in the role he first made famous on Cheers, which is Dr. Frasier Crane, that was really where he got his start. This is actually, we'll get into the details of this in a second, actually. And then on the original Frasier, 1993 to 2004, premiered in October. Okay, October with 10 episodes, so it was in the fall. Last November, Grammer expressed his desire to keep the new Frasier going for as long as possible, saying, quote, "I think we should go to another 100 episodes at least," unquote. He told Variety at the time, quote, "There's enough groundwork laid between these human beings. They are wonderful characters. I want to see where they go, and I want to see what happens to Frasier," unquote. CBS Studio produces Frasier, which will continue to shoot at Paramount Studios in front of a live studio audience. This just kind of goes, let's see. Yeah, let's go through this, because this will give you some backdrop of this, too. Frasier is this a quote? Yeah, quote unquote, quote, "Frasier is a love story, and I'm very happy we will be allowed to continue it," quote unquote, Grammer said in a statement. Quote, I should probably just stop saying that, but "I'm delighted that our partners at CBS Studios and Paramount Plus are on board for another season, and I can't wait for the fans to see what we have in store," unquote. The new Frasier centers on Grammer's, and this will give you some insight if you haven't seen the series, give you a little background here too, and I'll give you my thoughts on it in a second. Centers on Grammer's title of character 20 years after we last saw him preparing for a move to Chicago. So, if you hadn't seen the original Frasier series, you can check it out. It's available, I know, on Hulu, and I believe on Max as well. It's on several streaming services. It was on Netflix at one time, but currently I don't think it is at this point. So, but you can find it in most places. And again, spoiler warning in case if you haven't seen it, but at the end we saw Frasier going off to Chicago. He was trying to start a relationship with Charlotte, who was his matchmaker that he met, who he eventually fell for. She went back to pursue her dreams. That's sort of the love story they're talking about here. Frasier spent the next 2 decades as a talk show host in the Windy City, but now that has wrapped, and he's moved back to Boston. So we moved from Cheers, actually goes full circle. Cheers was in Boston, then Frasier was in Seattle, now he's back in Boston, to reconnect with his grown son, Freddie. Jack Cutmore Scott, as the actor who plays him, and nephew David, Anders Keith, who, spoiler warning again, Niles and Daphne's son. An old Oxford chum, Alan, Nicholas Lyndhurst, soon convinces him to try his hand as a Harvard instructor. In a psychology department run by Olivia Talks Olagundoy, it's a hard name to say, but I apologize if I butchered that. Jesse Salguero also stars as Freddie's pal Eve, who lives across the hall from Frasier and son. Guest stars from the Cheers/Frasier creative universe on Season 1 were Bebe Neuwirth as Freddie's mother and Frasier's ex Lilith, and Perry Gilpin as Roz, Frasier's former radio producer. Let's see. Chris Harris, How I Met Your Mother, and Joe Cristalli, Life in Pieces, are showrunners on the new Frasier, and executive produced with Grammer, Tom Russo, and Jordan McMahon. The series is produced by CBS Studios in association with Grammer's NH Productions. Quote, "Kelsey made a triumphant return as one of the most iconic and beloved characters on television," unquote, said Jeff Grossman, Paramount Plus's executive VP of programming. Quote, "The new series introduced Frasier to a whole new generation while reminding fans of Kelsey's truly timeless portrayal of Dr. Crane. We're so excited to see what the creative team and superb cast serve up for Season 2, unquote. The new Frasier premiered 30 years since the original series first launched. That Frasier still holds the record for most comedy series Emmy wins, 37. Legendary TV director and producer James Burrows, who was one of the creatives behind Cheers, and who also directed the original Frasier pilot, helmed the first 2 episodes of the new Frasier as well. So a lot of cast still coming back. So it should be noted, and I was going to say this, which I didn't want to jump too far ahead. The character of Frasier, Kelsey Grammer, has actually made TV history as the longest-running television character. Now, he already broke that record from doing Frasier not just in Cheers, but in the original Frasier series. Now with the Frasier reboot, he's into 30 years, I believe is where we're at now for the character. Spans a truly timeless masterpiece where it's an amazing character. And I will say this, if you haven't seen the series, it's always nerve-wracking when you have reboots and you pick up pieces from where you left off, because not every show can do that. And this was one of those, and of course everybody's getting older and the characters are different, they're not the same. Is it going to work? You know, I've heard a lot of shows that some original castmates, like I know it was talked about with Friends, a lot of the original actors said, we're not going to reboot it, we're not going to, why mess with a good thing? Recently, I know Kevin James, the comedian who was on, they was asked about rebooting King of Queens. He said, nope, it's not going to happen. You know, we don't want to mess with the magic that the series had at that time. So it's kind of one of those, where does it go, why does it happen, and, you know, just how do they make it work? Now, from seeing the first season, which did see all through the first 10 episodes that were ordered from the series, from Paramount Plus for the streaming, that was the contract they have, more than likely it's probably going to be about the same for Season 2. There's nothing definitive according to what has been out there yet. But it actually did very well, I will say. Kelsey Grammer jumps right back into those shoes of Dr. Crane. It's almost like he never left. So that was easy enough. The primary concern was, other than Dr. Crane having an entirely new cast, minus, of course, Lilith and Roz making sporadic appearances, not having major roles as they did in the first original series, it was going to be interesting to see how it happened. And of course, you know, the original series took place into the 90s, and now here we are 30 years later in a whole new generation. But overall, I will say, if we're going to star rate it based for it, and again, it's really hard. I would give it probably about 4 stars for that one there. And only because, again, the chemistry is just not what it's going to be for the original series. And again, if you guys are Frasier fans and have seen the original series, and it's totally different. It is its own thing. There is a lot of nice tributes. John Mahoney, who played Frasier's dad, Martin, there, who had passed away, they did a lot of nice tributes during the season there. Still including him there, even though he's been long gone. So little things like that are nice little Easter eggs in there. But on the whole, I mean, I think for me, and why, again, I wouldn't give it a top 5 star rating, is just because it just can't capture the original magic that the main series had. Still good, though. It's definitely a must-watch if you want to see it. If you again, have seen the original series. Picks up nicely. Does answer some, sort of answers some storylines without giving too much away. I feel like there's going to be more story arcs that can be here. The main thing I think we know, too, and again, you have to be a big fan of this, which a lot of you might be, what's going to happen with Frasier as far as, will he ever find a love connection? That was sort of the whole premise of story arcs that was sprinkled into their main series originally, and sort of left on a cliffhanger, which, the start of the reboot series, we got an answer for that 30 years later, but still no definitive lockdown as far as a mate for Frasier there. So we'll see. I feel like that's going to have to be answered. I know Kelsey Grammer had said at the beginning, before the series launched, that he was hoping to kind of close that chapter with Frasier to give those answers. So that's what we're looking forward to there. But definitely check it out. Streaming on Paramount Plus. I don't think there's a definitive date when it will start launching. I imagine it will be soon. But it'll give you a chance to catch up on the first season. Definitely go watch it. See what you guys think. Let us know, too, if you want to contact us on social media or email us your thoughts on reviews. Please do so. Love to hear. We definitely give it I would say a must-watch, just because, again, it kind of bridges that gap. So it does answer some questions, but just don't get your hopes too high of a complete assimilation from the original series. It is definitely different. But check that out. Looking forward to that. We'll definitely do some reviews there when Season 2 comes out, see where they take the characters from the show. Will it last 100 episodes? I don't know. I'm encouraged to hear at least that he wants to do that. Doesn't necessarily mean it could happen, but they feel confident and there's enough material. You never know. Maybe it will. We'll have to see. So there's the first one for you guys. Now, another series we wanted to talk about there, which hasn't launched yet. It actually premieres tomorrow, matter of fact, which I am super excited about, and I'm going to let you guys in on that too. As soon as I mention this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But so as of, what was it now, October of this past year, we saw the conclusion of The Walking Dead, the main series that has been putting out, technically it's 11 seasons, which technically is more like 12, but it's an extra long season because of COVID and filming and everything. So we'll just say, for argument's sake, 12 seasons worth of episodes. And beginning of spin-off series. We've had Dead City, spin-off with Maggie and Negan. We've had Daryl Dixon, which, just a quick review for those note for that one. Not terrible. I haven't been able to really get into them yet. I know the Daryl series, which I was really looking forward to, because Daryl's always been, and probably one of the most beloved characters on the series. But I just haven't found a spark yet. And from one of the reviews I've heard, and people are saying that, and we've seen it, watched the season that's been out. I know second season is going to be coming out soon too. It's just a lot of repetitiveness. So hopefully, maybe they'll shake the rust off and kind of cut that cord a little bit. Kind of cut Daryl a little bit more loose. I'm not sure what else you really can do, but if you're investing in a series, you've got to figure out something. So just a little side note there. But the long, dramatic wait for, and the talked about, the hypothesized, the theorized, the spoilers, the little teaser has been out there, was the return of the title character, the protagonist of the series, Rick Grimes, who, again, spoiler if you haven't seen it, did leave the series about 5 episodes into Season 9 of the main series. The question being was, would they kill him off? What would they do with him? Etc. We quickly realized at the end of that episode that Rick does survive. He was whisked away and never to be seen again for the remainder of the main series. Talked about, again, Easter eggs were little clues left that he was still around. And then it led to the topic of the answer for questions of a Rick Grimes movie. It was supposed to happen. Again, COVID hit and kind of derailed everything. So as of this past year, we learned that, and got official confirmation from Rick Grimes actor Andrew Lincoln, as well as Denai Guerra, who played Michonne, who was Rick's love interest, who she left almost a season later, in the beginning of season 10, that they would be coming back for another series. So tomorrow night, Sunday, February 25th, marks the premiere of The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. We have the official title. It was kind of just called Rick and Michonne for a while. Super excited. We see Rick Grimes put the cowboy boots back on. He's coming back. I know there's been a lot of hype generated. We see Rick with the CRM. He's been at the group encampment where he was taken by Anne, also known as Jadis. Actor Pollyanna McIntosh, who will be coming back as well. So really excited. It's 6 episodes. Not sure how long it will go. It seems like the gathering consensus is there will be more seasons. I guess it's just premature to kind of jump too far ahead. Oh, we never got our fire started. That's what I'm missing there. There we go. Not that I don't think you guys can hear it anyway, but I need that ambiance there. So, looking forward to it. Really excited. I think, regardless of how they do this, whether it's going to be a continuation, whether it definitely closes the story arc for these characters, will have to be seen. We don't know for sure. So that's going to be really awesome. I can't wait, and I'm hoping that this will really re-spark The Walking Dead a bit more. It sort of kind of really just died off near the end. Now, I will say this, and this has been argued, especially from the comic books, shouldn't be based off of one character, really. But, truth be told, with The Walking Dead, since it was built around Rick Grimes' story arc, it kind of had a dramatic psychic shift when he left. Now, Andrew Lincoln had stated he wanted to go home. He's from London and England area there. Wanted to go back to be with his family. He'd been away for so long. Totally respect it, get it, understand it. No problems there. Just the whole fact of the understanding of it changes the show drastically. And now Daryl Dixon kind of stepped up to that role, sort of the lead kind of character there, which, again, we love Daryl Dixon. I'm a huge fan of that. I've had a chance to meet Norman Reedus in person. It's great. I just don't think to lead a group is not his forte, I guess, in a manner of speaking. So Daryl on his own or part of a group as the number 2 guy, definitely. But, I mean, he did a good job, and you do what you have to work with there. But it just sort of changed the dynamics of the show. So my hope is this will be an opportunity that I think it's going to depend on how well it's received, which, again, everybody loves Rick Grimes. I think it's going to be massively huge for the franchise and for the fans to have Rick back. It should spark enough attention to really continue the series, if they can make it that way. But again, we have to see. Time will tell. 6 episodes in, we'll see how it goes. Really excited. Make sure you tune in. AMC and AMC Plus, if you have it, you can view it as well. I think we have... Let me double check the schedule here. I think I can pull it up. Bear with me 1 second. Yes, it should give me a time. Oh, let's just click on this article. This is from USA Today, but just want a general idea. Here we go. February 25th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time / Pacific Time. I think it's like 8 o'clock. Walking Dead ones will air on AMC and AMC Plus. Plans for the streaming service started for it. Okay, yeah. So you can watch it on television. You can also watch it on AMC Plus. So here's just a brief synopsis. What is The Walking Dead: The Ones Who Live about? The Walking Dead: The Ones Who Live follows the love story and hopeful reunion between Rick Grimes and Michonne, a pair of leading characters who fell in love during the original series but were separated when actor Andrew Lincoln, who plays Grimes, left the show in 2018. Rick, who had married Michonne, as much as you can get married in the zombie apocalypse anyway. Okay, I was going to say, wait a minute, time out. I've seen that whole thing. I'm missing something. Was presumed dead after blowing up a bridge in Season 9. Spoiler warning, but again, we kind of already went through that. But when it came time for Denai Guerra, the actress playing Michonne, to leave the show the following season, her character set off in search of her husband after getting word he had actually survived. The new limited series is set to pick up from there and follow the great lengths of grueling journeys the pair are willing to endure to reunite. Here's a cast list. We'll get to that in a second. Yeah, I was going to say, that marriage thing threw me off, but they were together companions, and so for, the whole holy matrimony thing, zombie apocalypse, you kind of do what you can. But yeah, what was my... I wanted to just comment too. So Denai Guerra had left in Season 10. Her reasoning too was, at that time, she had left to pursue more movie roles. She was in Marvel and the Black Panther and all that sort of thing. So she was hoping to do more films there too. And actually, at the same time that Andrew Lincoln left, Lauren Cohan, who played Maggie Green, later Maggie Rhee, after marrying Glenn, she left the series to pursue. She had a role in another TV series called Whiskey Cavalier, which I saw the first, I think, 2 episodes. I think it only lasted 1 season, and then it canceled. So she came back and now titles one of the spin-offs. Let's see. So here's the Walking Dead spin-off list, just in case. So Fear the Walking Dead ran along parallel to the main series. The Walking Dead World Beyond started right near the end of that the main series. Tales of the Walking Dead was new. Walking Dead Dead City, The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon, and now The Walking Dead The Ones Who Live, which is the newest one premiering tomorrow. Who will be cast in this? Andrew Lincoln as Rick Grimes, Denai Guerra as Michonne, Pollyanna McIntosh as Jada Stokes, also known as Anne, Leslie Ann Brandt as Pearl Thorne, Terry O'Quinn as Beale, Matthew August Jeffers as Nat, Andrew Batchelor as Bailey, Brita Wool as Aiden, and Craig Tate as Donald Okafor. Names that don't mean too much to me, but some of you guys might know. So, interesting, nonetheless. So, we will have to see. But yeah, it's going to be really exciting Cannot wait. Hope you guys are really jazzed about it. I definitely give a high, even though I know it hasn't come out yet. And it's a limited series anyway. Like I said, right now 6 episodes. I'm really hoping it gets picked up. So the worst we could do is really indulge and invest in it and see how it plays out. But yeah, I hope you guys check it out. Again, it's easy enough to view. If you love The Walking Dead like I am, I'm a huge fan. It's one of my all-time favorite shows. I think this is going to be awesome. Again, I'm not trying to necessarily bash the spinoffs thus far. It just hasn't quite hit the bill. And maybe that's partly because we're so accustomed to the original series. I think a lot of fans are. But we got to give it some time. I'm just saying, hopefully they'll be able to rectify that. We'll be able to see some growth from that. But it's really exciting nevertheless. And just cannot wait for this to kind of happen and go through. It's just going to be awesome. So make sure you guys check that out. I think it's going to be incredible. I don't think we'll be totally disappointed at all, in all honesty. So just got to give it some time. But there you go. There's 2 new ones right off the bat there. Let's take another break here. We'll come back. I don't know if do we have any movies that we watched lately. I don't think we have anything new as of yet. We have a couple movies we want to review. We do want to watch. Haven't watched it yet. Let's talk about some classics that we do like. I talked about some classic shows and movies that we like. Give a couple tidbit reviews. And if a number, I'm going to give it a 5-star rating for now, just because we're really excited just to have Andrew Lincoln back. So definitely a must-watch. Check it out. That could change depending how the series is done, but giving it the benefit of the doubt. So make sure you guys check it out. We'll come back, though. We'll give you some favorite shows that I've watched, that some my family and friends have watched. Give you some classics there. You guys might be familiar with some of these, not sure. But we'll go over that just to give you some ideas what to watch. It's Saturday night. If you want to binge, especially movies, get some ideas for movies, I'll definitely give you some to watch right off the bat. We'll do a list of that and more. And then probably get ready to wrap up here pretty soon just to kind of call it a night there so I can start watching some movies too. Sit down, we can enjoy that, have a snack. It's always great. So stick around for more for you guys there. So glad to be hanging out with you guys. We love it every weekend and every chance we get to be on the microphone, on the airways. We hope you guys really just enjoy it. Again, it's not much. It's nothing new under the sun. It's nothing super special. It's just us being us, but we always have a good time. We love it. We hope you all do too. Can't wait to see you again. It's going to be a great year. We still got plenty more to go. It's February 24th. Almost the end of February. Coming into March pretty soon. We still got like 9 months of the year left. So a lot of time. A lot of things can happen. What will happen? We'll just have to wait and see. Stick around, though. Get a chance. You need another bathroom break or need a refill on your drinks or more popcorn or whatever you need snack-wise. Go grab that now, and then we'll come back for more. Talk about some great other shows, some classics that you may have missed. You won't miss them after we talk about them. So when we come back, we'll dive into those and see what else we got going for the night, and we'll go from there. Hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend, and cannot wait to see more. And happy viewing, happy watching. Come on back. We'll see you in just a minute, right after this.
Hey there, do you love podcasts? Are you having difficulty finding the right ones to listen to? Is it frustrating when you're trying to pick that show? You know, the one where everyone must collectively agree on? Like finding a good movie or TV show to watch, do you look for the most jam-packed entertainment that's possible to find in a single episode every week? Then search no more, and welcome to J&J Production Studios. It's our business to provide the best entertainment and information available for you. Whether you're sitting in that comfy chair with your favorite snack and beverage listening live each week, or downloading your favorite show episodes to take with you on the go while you're at work, exercising, or even just to play at night for you to fall asleep to. There's something for everyone, no matter what size, shape, or age you are. Visit www.linktree.com/J_J Production Studios to find all the streaming services where our podcast shows can be found. You can also connect with us on your favorite social media platforms, including Facebook and Twitter. You can join our public Discord server and chat directly with us. But wait, there's more. You can subscribe to our official YouTube channel and be notified every time a new show is broadcast. Wish you could have some studio souvenirs or collectibles? Guess what? You can. Visit the official store where you can purchase items featuring your favorite podcast and show hosts. Would you like to help support us? You can do that by getting your very own exclusive membership on our Patreon account. All proceeds go to help us upgrade our shows, which will only enhance the entertainment provided to you. Thank you so much. We're excited to have you as an audience. Your love and support are always appreciated. We'll see you soon.
We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back to the show with more in just a moment. Please stay tuned. break time is over. We're so glad you stayed tuned. Now back to the action as the show is set to resume.
All right, welcome back, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. Played a little extra song for you just to buy me just a little bit more time to get a bathroom break and double check on some stuff here. But we're back here, and welcome if you're just tuning in. This is the What's Up Bro review show tonight. Sam Crow here hanging out with you guys. We went over some fun new shows, one that has already premiered and one that is set to premiere. And now I want to talk to you guys for a little bit here, give you some ideas for your watch list, if you want to call it that. I think that's what it was called originally from Netflix. That's going way back. But in case you're looking for some ideas for some good shows, now this is not in any particular order. This is just some of my classic favorites, and a lot of everybody I know likes to watch too. So we're going to share those right off the bat there because, and I think we'll go some high-toted ones. Now I did mention, of course, if you haven't seen The Walking Dead, and I'm sure everybody has, but there might be a few that haven't tried it. Check it out. It's on Netflix there. All 11 seasons, I believe, now are available. You can check that out. Binge watch it if you want to. Again, the earlier seasons were the best. Towards the end, after Rick's departure, it wasn't quite as good, but it's still worth watching. The story arcs are still good. Check those out. I'm sure you won't be disappointed with those. Another good show to watch if you guys haven't checked it, and I believe, I have to search my memory, I think it's on Hulu still, Sons of Anarchy. Now, I know this has been a spin-off series with the Mayans. There's talk about some other ones. But check out the original series there. Fantastic. Have watched it multiple times. It's one of those, when you start watching it, you almost binge watch it because it's kind of like reading a good book. You just can't put it down, and the story lines are just so good. They just carry on and continue, and it's going to be really hard to not keep watching it. I can tell you, when I first discovered it and watched it, now I knew about the show. I'd seen it, and I was homesick one day, decided to watch it. I probably, in the span of like maybe a week and a half to 2 weeks, like it was so good, like I probably binge watched the first 3 seasons. It was just really good, and highly good to watch for rewatch value for that too. If you want to check that out there as well. Available on Hulu, and there might be some other options. You might be able to stream it elsewhere, but that's, as far as I know, that's there. Let's see where some other classics. Big Bang Theory. That is on, I believe, Max still. You can check that out. 12 seasons. Tremendous. I list these here because these are some of my favorites because the casting for all these shows were just phenomenal. Big Bang Theory was incredible. The spinoff, actually, Young Sheldon, I know, just ended, actually, so you can imagine. If you haven't had a chance to yet, check that out. Really, really good show. It has something for everybody there. Really, truly unique. And again, great cast of characters, a great set of people, which really makes the show. I think that's what's crucial for any series or movie. And I think that's partly what kind of separates when you're trying to find some good shows or movies to watch there. And I think that's why a lot of times, reboots or sequels or things don't always pan out. But it just makes it that way. So definitely check that out. Been watching Monk there, if you haven't seen that. Tony Shalhoub, who plays the crazy wily detective there, former detective actually. If you want to check that out there, it's available on Peacock. You can watch that. The Office is a huge favorite. If you haven't seen that, go back, check that out. For Netflix, we haven't really watched a lot of Netflix, but I know it's still there. And I hadn't started watching this series. Now I've seen it multiple times, and I wasn't sure at first, but I got hooked on it. Madam Secretary, check that out. It is still on Netflix. A great rated show there. Political-based show, but it's phenomenal. There's a couple others there as well. Definitely another binge-watch-worthy one you can check out. If you haven't seen it, do that. As far as classic movies go, you can't go wrong with an Adam Sandler comedy there. Some of my personal favorites there, we have Grown Ups and Grown Ups 2, and why I like those is it encompasses his good friends Kevin James, Chris Rock, Rob Schneider, David Spade, like just core classic comedians all in one spot. It's great. If you haven't seen it, check that out. What are some other classics there we watched there? We joked about The Waterboy. If you guys didn't hear it last night, I did that an impression on the airway, which Hoss was really impressed by. Another classic you can check out. Really, any good movies with Melissa McCarthy are wonderful. There's been some good new ones too, but anything in the comedic route you can do. I'm trying to think if there was anything as of late that was of interest that watched that might be worth noting. Like I said, there's so many. It's really hard. It's really just hard to pick them out. But I would definitely say, and again, this doesn't necessarily narrow it down, that anything like the '80s, '90s classics are always are always a safe bet to do. So if you haven't had a chance to check that out, you can't really go wrong there in that regard. So, again, any streaming service you like, and that's the other thing too. There's so many things on so many different series, like on streaming services. It's just really hard to pick one or two. And, I know we have like multiple playlists, multiple things saved. I have stuff on lists that I haven't even gotten to yet, so it's really, really hard in some cases. But can't go wrong there. Check it out. There's plenty of good stuff there. We're going to be talking about some new stuff we're going to review. We got some the shows coming out we talked about earlier. Still want to watch the Napoleon movie. If you guys know, Joaquin Phoenix did it. Love historical-based movies. Heard a lot of great reviews on it, authenticity of it, and that sort of ththing. Haven't watched it yet. I've seen a lot of reviewers and some YouTube streamers do it. I'm trying very hard not to. I want to see it. I don't want to see it. So, I want to watch it, but I don't want to ruin it by watching a review for it right away. So, that's going to be one we're going to talk about as well. I'm not sure. I think there's some other ones coming out. I'll have to see. But I do actually want to watch. I'll use this as an end note before we end tonight too. I believe, and I've seen it all over the place here, I believe you can check it out on Netflix is where it released. The new Avatar, the Avatar of the Last Airbender, I believe there's a new series that released or launched. I've seen some reviews on it. I've seen the trailer for it. It does look really good. I've been critically leery about it just because, till at least I saw it, because of the whole flopped and failed Avatar movie. If you guys don't remember, that was out back, I think it was 2011, 2012, somewhere in there. And again, it's nothing personal to anybody who put time and act into that movie, but it just was not good. It just was off the mark, and I'm hoping the series itself that's coming. I think it's a series or it's a movie. I'm not sure. I think it's a series actually. It's a live action series. It looks really, really good. I'd be curious to watch it. From what I saw again from the trailer, it kind of inspires me more to check it out. So I'm gonna give that a put on your list to check it out as well. If you guys happen to see it, if you want to leave comments for us on the episode here, let me know what you think. If it's worth our time to watch it, definitely we'll check it out. So you guys give us the reviews, we'll watch it too. But that's definitely something that I would love to check out. It looks really, really good as well. So just a few ideas. There's more. Again, of course, if you guys have any of your favorites that you want to share, you think that we'd enjoy, we'd love suggestions. I'm always open to recommendations for what to watch there. Again, there's so much stuff out there. Sometimes some good things slip through the cracks because you just there's so little time and so much to watch there. You kind of just sort of something's got to kind of fall through. So there you have it, you guys. Hopefully that's some good food for thought there. Again, if you're definitely check it out Sunday night, tomorrow night, in fact, 9 p.m. Eastern time. The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. I'm sure it's going to have a huge viewership on there. I think a lot of people are going to love it. I'm hoping. Again, I'm giving it a huge review because I'm optimistic that it'll live up to the hype. Time will tell. We'll have to see. But looking forward to that. Hope you guys are too. Kind of keeping the Walking Dead universe going there as well. But it's gonna be awesome there. We'll do some more. We'll do another episode of this again soon. We're gonna review some other stuff, but hopefully this was insightful. Hopefully it gives you guys some new things to check out. Some things you may have been familiar with. Like me, I've been there, familiar with some of the shows, but was kind of not sure, excuse me, if it was going to be my cup of tea, and I end up finding and loving a lot of these shows, so might be the same for you too as well. That's the hope anyway. So check it out. We give you the blueprints of it. We give you the ideas behind it. The rest is up to you to check it out. You might love it. You might hate it, but at least you can say you tried it, and that's as good as it gets, I guess, in that case. So hopefully you all love it. We'll see how it goes. But at any rate, that's going to conclude things for tonight, you guys. Again, have an amazing rest of your weekend. Hope you guys will come back soon. We'll be back next weekend. We'll be back with more content. Stay tuned. Keep updated with us. Follow us on social media. We'll make sure to post you guys updates as things come up. And looking forward to the rest of this year. Summertime is going to be awesome. And, of course, our holiday episodes, which we have coming up during the holiday season. It's going to be incredible. Hope you guys will enjoy those as well. But plenty more to happen before get to that point. So we are looking forward to seeing what we got coming down the pike. And we'll be taking that journey right along with you guys. So happy movie and TV watching. Or if you want to read books, I'm probably going to do some reading. Maybe I'll do some Legos tonight, not sure. Whatever you choose to do to relax on your Saturday night there, enjoy it. Don't think about the week yet. We're not quite there. I know it's coming, but we still have some time to enjoy the last remaining hours of the weekend. So make the most of it. Enjoy it. Put the kids to bed. Put on a good movie. Or put a movie on with the kids if you haven't done that already too, depending on what time you are, if it's not super late. And just enjoy it. Have some pizza, have some Chinese food that's your binge snack, or just have a good snack. Whatever is your favorite thing. Everybody has their thing. Go enjoy that. We're going to enjoy some binging TV watching tonight too. So if we see anything new, we'll definitely put it in the next review episode. For all of us here at J&J Production Studios, Big Hoss, myself, all of our other friends there too, make sure you guys stay healthy. Go out there. Looking forward to springtime. We did our springtime episode. We're going to do some more of that. St. Patrick's Day is coming up, and we hope the warm weather is coming with it. It's got to come soon, right? Winter can't last forever. Unless you live in Alaska, then I can't help you. But other than that, for the rest of us, it's a little bit lower south of the border there, below Canada. We should be getting some warm weather soon. Can't wait to have some nice warm weather, and that means summer is not far behind. It's going to be awesome. Always look forward to that every year. Summer in the sun and a lot of fun. And vacation time for sure for many. So we'll see how that goes as well. Take care, you guys. Have a great night. We'll see you at the What's Up Bro, the main show next weekend. We'll be back. And again, we'll have some bonus episodes coming out from the other shows. Stay tuned for that. Plenty more to come to. And of course, as always, go check it out. Linktree.com/J_J Production Studios. All the streaming services where the episodes can be found. You can go back and listen to them. They're all archived. They're all there. So if you missed any of them, perfect opportunity to catch up. Plenty more coming down the road. So good night to you all. Farewell. Goodbye for now. And of course, and as always, until next time when we see you all at the show. Have a great night, guys. See you next time.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. Be sure to check J&J Production Studios on Linktree for all the streaming services and social media accounts where our shows are featured. We love and appreciate all your support. And as always, until next time, we'll see you at the show.